Hey everyone, welcome back to Flow with Fafi. I am Fafi, and today I'm going to be talking about universal yoga struggle, quieting the mind. Does it sound familiar? You show up on your mat or you go to a yoga class looking for that Zen state, but instead your mind starts to go on and on with thoughts like, did I turn off the stove? Did I lock my car? Or what's for dinner? I'm sure you've thought about that one. So, if your mind is more like a busy cafe rather than a peaceful sanctuary, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips on how to calm the mental chatter and help you focus during your yoga practice. So, grab your cup of tea or coffee and let's chat. Tip number 1 is to focus on your breath. Before you roll your eyes at me like you've heard it before, please give it a try. It's very important. So as soon as you show up on your mat, whether you're at home or you show up at your yoga studio, perhaps take a few moments to just sit in stillness and focus on your breath, doing a little bit of meditation before your practice. Or if you'd like, you can try this calming technique called box breath, where you breathe in for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4, and then hold your breath for a count of 4. Let's try it together. Let's do one round. Ready? Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Release and go back to your normal breath. Notice how that made you feel. You can do up to 5 rounds if you like, or just a couple to get you calm and centered before your practice. And with time, you can also increase the counts to 6. Let me know if you're going to try it or if you gave it a try in the comments. Tip number 2 is to use a mantra or a word. Don't worry, I'm not asking you to use anything complicated. It can be as simple as I am calm or peace, please. No, not peace, peace. Because then you'll start to think about lunch or dinner or whatever. Anyway, just pick whatever works. It can be the same intention that you set at the start of your practice. When you feel your mind starts to wander, you can just repeat this word to yourself in your head. It can be aligned with something you're trying to cultivate in your life or your practice. So, what are some of the words or mantras that you use in your practice? Feel free to share in the comments. Tip number 3 is to acknowledge instead of fight your thoughts. A lot of people think that having thoughts during their practice is disturbing or distracting. The thing is, it's perfectly normal to have thoughts. But when you try to fight your thoughts or wrestle your brain into submission, they're just going to get worse. It's like playing whack-a-mole, if you're familiar with the game. When you push one thought away, another one is just gonna pop right up into your brain. Like, should I binge watch that new show? Maybe, but not right now. So do me a favor. The next time you get these distracting thoughts during your practice, don't push them away. Instead, just acknowledge their existence. So for example, if you had the thought, oh, my brain is thinking about ice cream right now, just say, oh, cool, and move on. You can acknowledge it, be aware of it, but then bring yourself back to the present moment using any of the tips that I'm sharing with you in today's video, like using your breath or that mantra. Tip number 4 is to try a grounding technique. This is one of my favorite ways to quieten the mind during your practice. Basically, you need to bring your awareness into your body. So let's say you feel your feet rooted to the ground, or perhaps in Shavasana, you notice how cozy the floor feels, or you notice the warmth of your body. Also, maybe in a yoga pose like pigeon pose, which is an intense hip stretch, Are you softening into the pose, or where do you feel the stretch in your body? This is kind of like playing a trick on your mind where you're focusing on your body instead of focusing your mind on that to-do list or worrying about something or whatever it is that is going on in your mind. Some of the grounding poses you can use are mountain pose or easy seat or shavasana, corpse pose, or any pose where you feel connected to your body. So, what grounding techniques do you use or you feel comfortable using to quieten your mind? Hey, if you're still watching, I'll be sharing our final tip as well as a bonus tip. So, stick around. Tip number 5 is to set an intention before your practice. It's like giving your brain a mission. You're showing up for a reason. You're telling your mind, I'm here to relax, not to plan next year's vacation or work. Setting an intention like I choose peace or I'm here for the stretch and not the stress will bring you back to the present moment during your practice instead of allowing your mind to wander. And yes, even I'm here for Shavasana works well too. Whatever reason you're showing up on your mat, just remind yourself during the practice. This is one of your anchors in your practice to keep your mind focused. Stay tuned for our final bonus tip. Here's a bonus tip. Have fun with it. Yoga doesn't have to be all serious all the time. If your mind starts to wander for whatever distracting thoughts, you can laugh at yourself a little. I mean, we all have distracting thoughts, it's only human. Embrace it. I'm sure you've laughed at yourself in any other instance. Why should it be different in yoga? I mean, seriously, it's happened to me before. In the middle of a flow, I was thinking, did I lock the door? Or even worse, did I leave the window open and something crawled into my house and is now living in there? So, what I'm trying to say is embrace the distractions and allow yourself to let them go. You can still get the benefits without the stress. I hope these tips made you smile or perhaps release some stress in your yoga practice when your mind starts to wander. Remember, it's totally normal for thoughts to pop up in your practice. It's how you handle them that makes the difference. So the next time your grocery list pops up in your head during downward dog, just breathe and let it go. If you enjoyed today's tips, please hit the like button. Also, what thoughts pop up into your mind during your yoga practice? I'd love to know. Please share in the comments. Finally, please subscribe to my channel for more flows, tips, and maybe some laughs. Until next time, namaste and stay chill.